We are 10 minutes away from New York Open, and I want to emphasize to you all greatly the importance of why I am so bearish on Bitcoin right now. As I've been making it clear over on X, still in all my short trades, not taking any longs yet. I want to see lower on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Are we coming up to some opportunities for longs? Yes, but that has not happened yet. In my opinion, and a very strong probability, lower prices will be coming. So yeah, you can listen to these warnings or you cannot. That's up to you. But I feel the need to share this because it's very important. So with that said, let's go into the charts, covering some real important factors of why I am so bearish and what I'm looking for next. So in my last video, I actually had a really nice long trade from around $80,000 off of the half fill of the CME gap. That was a wonderful trade in the end because we were shot up from $80,000 to $95,000. And up at the highs here, this was full volatility, full risky trades to be up here. You didn't actually have a good trade setup show during the whole of Sunday, in my opinion, and then you had your first opportunity on Monday. Just have a guess look at this prior to New York Open, exactly where we're sat now. So on terms of time, but yeah, as you're coming into the New York Open, what you got here was a retest. Really important factor to bear in mind is that you, of course, had your first high, low, then you formed a lower high and a lower low. So you've broken market structure at this time to the downside. So a retest is what occurred, and a few major factors on this retest. Of course, the timing very nice, just prior to New York Open. Fibonacci from the high down to the low. You can see that came into the CC, and the biggest and most important factor here are the massive bearish CVD divergences that you were forming. So this is a picture of what it looked like live in the time just prior to that New York Open, okay? So, let me just move this over to the right. So this is exactly what it looked like. We were getting the retest, which I remind you was into the CC Fibonacci. And on that retest, you were seeing just crazy big bearish divergences. I mean, look at the massive, massive, massive longs that are opening up here. So this is what I posted yesterday, or even the day before on X. When was this supposed? Yeah, yesterday. Oh yeah, of course, because this was yesterday's move. Basically, I really emphasize like the FOMO is massive right now. And I don't just mean because of what we're seeing in the news and everything, but I see it in the charts. Like the massive, massive amount of longs that are opening shows to me that there's FOMO. But of course, everybody with the news saying Trump wants us all to win and make free money, long, long, long. And that's, sadly enough, maybe that's not an ironic or post. I really saw people quoting those words like, I cannot believe we finally have a government that wants us to win. I have no words. And this is what I thought in the time, like, I done an update yesterday for the champions it was around 10 a.m. UK time. So before all this move happened, and even then I was saying, these people, like everyone's super believing in the government, like they really feel the government wants them to win. All we need to do is long, rather than it being some sort of big trap. And I just really say again, as I've been saying for the past few weeks, think, my friends, think. Do not make decisions off of these crazy Twitter posts from the Trumps. I think you're gonna lose money. Anyway, they did all lose money, so yeah, a bit awkward on that regards, right? Why? Because, well, you had people such as Eric Trump saying that for the first time ever, retail investors win. He had the nerve to say that on the third. Retail investors win. Well, every single person that bought that apparent win on Sunday, it got liquidated. They all lost their trades. So, I think the Eric Trump, he's almost like a counter trader. Everything he tweets is just do the opposite of it, and you're probably going to win. And so I just think, there's a lot of shady business going on here, insider trading for sure. In my opinion, like full big, massive scams, and people just fall for it time and time again. And all they do is have praise. So Yeah, it kind of makes me a bit speechless, to be honest. But anyway, nevertheless, yeah, we had that massive amount of FOMO going on the CC retest after the market structure change. So that's a high probability short on its own. Market structure change confirmation into the CC retest. And then when you add on the bearish divergences, which were massive bearish divergences, you have yourself a wonderful short trade. And anyway, that obviously played out very nicely as we got the retest. We started to make our way down. Oh, and we went all the way down from 90,000 back down to $82,000 where we are here, just straight down. As you can see, the whole drop, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Just full bearish market structure the whole way after that CC retest. Okay. So that really brings us then up to where we are here. Is there any other final things I wanted to update? Of course, yeah, just reminding you all that I really feel Ethereum is going to drop below 2,000. It hit, actually, I've been calling this for a few weeks, below 2,000. It hit $2,001 at the moment. So Ethereum's low is currently, as you can see here, 96 cents to be precise. But yeah, that for me is not good enough. I really think we'll break through, and the long opportunity for me has not happened yet. So, yeah, no, I really think we'll go lower on Ethereum here. I really believe we'll take out $2,000. So, yeah, lower for me on Ethereum for sure. And of course, I do believe that's also going to help Bitcoin go down. But yeah, my thoughts last night, this is while we were hitting the CME gap. So I know a lot of you were aware that you formed a CME gap yesterday because obviously that news that was apparently helping every single retail investor win happened on a Sunday. And that caused a move to the upside, of course, because people react to that news. They get very bullish about it. And then they all end up buying up at the highs. And then what happens? Well, you open with a massive CME gap and price came down and filled that gap. And I told my team as soon as that gap was filled, I posted and I'm telling them, yeah, I'm not longing this. No longs for me, even though we've filled this CME gap, even though we're hitting into some support, nothing at all for me, no longs yet. We need to see more of a drop. And I was, updating that for free as well over on X, really trying to help people out because I do think a lot of people are just getting wrecked left, right and center. The amount of people that are buying off of this news time and time again, right? They see the Trump coin, they go crazy, they buy it all. They see his wife get a coin, they go crazy, they buy it all. They see the reserve, they get crazy, they buy it all. Okay, they see last week Eric Trump tweeting out, what was it? I tweeted, it was quoting these things. He tweeted out last week, oh, everybody just buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. And what's it gone? It's just gone down and down and down and down and down. I can't even find it. There you go. But, it's the same story. This was on the 25th of February. Here it is again on March the 3rd. Like, they really want it to seem like they're the good guys here. They're really trying to help you out. They want you all to get your first wins. But I'm telling you, that's not the case. That's never been the case, and it never will be the case, in my opinion. These people are... I digress because otherwise, we get cancelled here. So anyway, going back to the charts, and I know some people obviously are really big Trump fans, and I'm not saying that I hate them or anything like this. I just, and I'm not talking about their policies or anything of the sort, right? All I'm saying is, for me, this is really big scam territory when it comes to pumping and mentioning, XRP, Sol, Cardano. I mean, come on. There's nothing here in writing. There's no law that's being made. Have a guess what goes on here? Well, people are loading up before, the insider trading. They mentioned this. They know it's going to pump. They know it's a Sunday. They know it's going to get a big move because it's low volume Sunday. The timing of the tweet, the tweet itself, it's just crazy how people cannot see that. And anyway, I see it, and that's how I don't get scammed into buying up at the highs. And if you follow this channel, I'm sure you didn't get scammed into that too. You actually might have even took the short up at the highs on those retests. Again, I did not short the absolute high. I did not take any shorts on Sunday. Right? For me, the Sunday price action was, didn't want to get involved. It wasn't until you see a high probability trade, which wasn't until the Monday, is when you had your first trade. Prior to that, I think this was a little bit of a gamble. But hey, you could have got a better short than me. Congratulations. But anyway, I'm still happy with the shorts I'm in. So anyway, what we're looking at next. So Again, I've been saying that I'm very bearish on this, and stems back to also some oh, what are we getting off alerts going off here? Oh, Coinbase, there you go, Coinbase below $200. Of course, this was very similar to Ethereum. When you think of Ethereum, this hit $2,001 pretty much. Doesn't quite take out 2,000, so that's not good enough. And that was the same on Coinbase, right? A few days ago on Friday, we hit $201, right? That's not good enough. And now there you go, you've actually whipped down below 200. So it's good to take out that psychological on Coinbase. Things are starting to get better. But nevertheless, still I'm looking for lower here. Coinbase would be nice, that daily, right? So that's 197. So I do think we'll get that. I'm not going to jump into a long straight away. Anyway, for Bitcoin, yeah, there's a lot of bearish factors when you look at this on the higher term time frame. Of course, the medium term time frame is now very much bearish, and even the lower term time frame really looks like we're going to be making a new low. You know, do I make the, you know, I'm not trying to scare people, right? I'm not trying to say everything's super bearish, never take any long trades, you know, everything's a scam, take care of it. You know, I'm really not the aim of these videos to be some sort of conspiracist or anything like just fear mongering. No, I will absolutely take longs on Bitcoin. I took a long on Bitcoin last Friday, right? On Friday, I took a long on Bitcoin over that CME gap trade. I'm out of that trade now for full profits, by the way. But, you know, I took a long on Friday. So it's not like I'm against taking long trades. It's just very picky about my long trades. And, you know, that's how you need to be when this market is very leaning bearish, right? So, first of all, yeah, I'm not a perma bear. I'll happily take longs when I'm given the opportunity, as shown on Friday last week, right? But for me, yeah, this chart is super bearish. The order flow is super bearish. The market structure is very bearish. I mean, the fundamentals are pretty bearish right now. All the people in charge are seemingly super bullish, which is kind of funny. And it just lines up for this recipe where people want to again just get wrecked. People do not learn from their mistakes, and it's the same cycle. I've never seen a bull market like this before, where. And I do not refer to chart champions, I refer to the general public. A strong bull market like we've seen, and it really seems every time I go on socials that people are wrecked. And it's like, wow, we're in a bull market for the past year, and everybody's lost money. It is really crazy, and I really feel it's because they've let their emotions get into them. They've got too greedy with the meme coins, and you know the people that are in charge seem to be playing against them, let's say. So it's a difficult situation. If you don't know what you're doing, it's not a surprise you're losing money, right? So anyway, I want to wrap this video by just explaining I've explained a little bit. I've given you some hints there of why I'm looking for lower. I think we'll hit the daily down here on, and these are at least targets. What I mean by this is at least, if not lower, right? But 197 on Coinbase. Ethereum, I'm sure we take out $2,000, right? There's just... Again, I am not 100% sure because there are no 100% in trading, but I do know that if we do this and bounce, well, I just miss the long on Ethereum. You know, I'm ready and waiting for longs on ETH, yeah, but I'll miss it. If it does that, I miss the trade, and I'll have to come on the video and the next time I do on here and say, hey guys, you know, I sometimes make some good calls. I sometimes made a bad call. And if we do pump up from here, well, I made a bad call because I've been openly saying I'm not buying here, and I think we take out 2,000. So if that doesn't happen, you can say, well, Daniel was incorrect. And I'm never one to shy away from being incorrect. But nevertheless, I still feel there's a massive high probability that we will take that out. So I think we go a little bit lower on Coinbase. I think we go a little bit lower here on Ethereum. And it would be nice to take, it would be very nice to take out Friday's low from the 28th on Friday, right? And there's a few key areas. You can see this massive area around $75,000. Of course, you do have that potential of the higher low of the daily naked point of control, and then you'd be moving down towards that $60,000 zone. Right, you can get very bearish very quick if you do not hold up support. So, of course, but yeah, I do think that can distribute very quickly to the downside. So, you know, I don't want to go. You know, we're definitely going 60,000. We have to play it level by level. Of course, we got the higher low with the daily naked point of control, and we got the fake out of Friday's low. And at this point, you know, I would have to be monitoring the order flow and seeing where Ethereum is, because I'm very interested in that ETH long. but I would like to see it line up with Bitcoin, of course. So that's the way that I'm going to be approaching this. You know, understanding those three levels of interest for the long. The short, for a short, I want to see a much bigger rise to the upside. So I'm not shorting down here unless we get a rally. But yeah, for the long trade opportunity, I want to see a bit more of a drop, and I want to see that line up with the order flow. I want to see that line up with Ethereum. I'd like to see that line up with Coinbase also, getting that bounce from the daily. So that's three assets together. And then with my eye on the NASDAQ and S&P 500, right, with our futures. So I think if this can all line up together, do I think we can have a very nice long trade opportunity? The answer is yes. But am I going to take that long trade now? The answer is no. It's, for me, this is a little bit too early, a little bit too aggressive, not enough support hits and not enough confirmation had. So in the meantime, for me, there's not a trade here. I'm not going to short down here, right? I would always say this, Daniel, you think price is going lower. Why would you not short here? Well, I have my shorts from the high. You're never going to catch me trying to short at the lows. Okay, that's the most important point there. So if I want to take a short, I need to see a large rally to the upside. And perfect, right? If we rally and then go back down, or even better, because then I can add more to my short trades. But while we're down here, I'm just patiently waiting for those lower prices to come. And yeah, that's some of the reasonings behind it. So yeah, let's keep our eye on Coinbase. Let's keep our eye on Ethereum. Let's keep our eye on, I would also say, the ESNQ, and you can be looking at gold there too. I know actually oil also came down to a big monthly support. So yeah, we're in this kind of big zone now, $66 to $68 on oil. Of course, gold still up and around these all-time highs. So yeah, we're just in a really decisive place, let's be honest with you. With a lot of the fundamentals and news that's coming out, it's going to be an interesting few weeks. I will upload this now. Well, I'm going to send it to the editor, so that I guess it'll be uploaded in about 1 hour. So yeah, this will be, and also, yeah, I do not want it to coincide with Igor. Igor is live right now. Should we see how Igor is doing? There you go. He's live trading right now, NQ. And yeah, I will upload. Well, I'll tell this to be published once this video ends, because I don't like publishing the videos when there's a live stream going on, because all the members then are, you know, in two places at the same time. So this video will be uploaded probably in about an hour and a half, I would say, more or less. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Thank you ever so much. You know my thought processes, and yeah, I hope it's been helpful. Cheers, everybody. Thank you, and that's me signing out. Goodbye.